Now at 9. Next up, we have our very first comedian here. Our very first comedian. We've only done like maybe 3 of these shows. This is the 4th, and we finally have a comedian. Yes! Dave! Come on up, Dave! Thank you very much. Guys, give it up for your hosts, alright? Damn good job you're doing. Give it up, right? Everyone else making the show possible. Piano player, thank you. Bar staff, wait staff, DJ, thank you. You guys are doing great. What's going on, guys? Yeah, I'm not singing. Don't worry. It's gonna... Oh my God! And thank God I'm on after the intermission. Look, I sound like I'm in my own mind. Okay, is this the distance? Okay, cool. No, I've done shows like variety shows where there's singers and sketches and you never know what's going on. There's nothing worse as a stand-up comic than going after someone who just poured their heart out with like a nice, beautiful song, and then I come up and I'm like, so the hair on my ass, right? Just thank God for this place in the show. And yeah, I'm not singing. I'm so impressed by everyone's singing voice. I sound like, if I was trying to sing, I would sound like, imagine like a kindergarten class that like didn't get to nap and then just ate like a ton of sugar. Now imagine that class on fire. That's what my singing voice sounds like. An on-fire kindergarten. A little bit about me. My name is Dave. I'm 24 years old. I like wearing tight shirts. I do. I like working out. It makes people think I have abs. Think again. It's not what I'm about, alright? I don't know how to feel about my face either, because I get told I look like people on every end of the spectrum of beauty. Like from Zach Morris with a beard to Zach Galifianakis, period. There's no consistency, except for one. The one person everyone seems to agree I look like is Stephen Avery from Making a Murderer. So maybe cut it out with that. Thank you for saying that. Needless to say, I am not a model. I do act though. I am kind of an actor, which means I get to go on modeling auditions. Never been hired. I want to say that up front, but I do love going on the auditions because, like, as a comic, I always just like fucking around. Every audition's the same. I'm sitting in a studio with like 10 beautiful men. And the casting director comes in and he has us take what's called a lineup picture, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's all the models lined up against the wall, shoulder to shoulder. They take a picture for their records or whatever. And every time we do this, I stand up out of my chair and I stop here. And the rest of the models just keep going. Into the next floor of the building, they keep going. Compared to these giants, I'm a blonde Bilbo Baggins. It's awful. Bunch of jerks. And every time we take this picture, they always make me stand in the middle for like symmetry, I guess. I don't know why. But I'm in the middle and I'm always blown away by the beauty. Like I'm looking at, on either side of me, 10 Peter Gallaghers, and in the middle is one dumpy Peter Dinklage. Hoping he gets a gig. And this picture that they take, it's free if you ask for it. It's this long, thin, horizontal, panoramic picture of just all the faces, right? Last audition I went on, I got cocky. I was like, I'm actually getting this, I know. Like, I totally filled out the casting description. I asked for it, I get the PDF, I open it up, I start dying laughing. It's just face, 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 the top half of my hair, face, face, face. Yeah, I didn't make the picture. I think it's safe to say you don't get the gig if you get Mike Wazowski at the audition. So, what else about me? I studied mechanical engineering in college. Seriously, I'm here, I know, but I really did do that. And it's only because of those fairs they have. When they're trying to get you to pick your major, everyone's like, join our team, join this one, it makes sense. I went up to the mechanical engineering booth, and the guy hands me this pamphlet, and it's the pamphlet that sold me. It had 2 famous mechanical engineers on it, under the phrase, this could be you. The first mechanical engineer was Nikola Tesla. Ambitious, but I get it, right? The second famous mechanical engineer that I could be was Tony Stark, who is Iron Man and fictional. That's me. I am from New York. I didn't want to do the interview thing beforehand because I'm just going to tell you all that stuff anyway in the act, but I am from New York. I've worked odd jobs all around the city, and the big thing about New York is the homelessness, right? You see a lot of homeless people. I've worked in every neighborhood in New York. I've seen a ton of homeless people. Never one Asian one. I don't know why. get it? I asked myself this once, like, why? Why are there no Asian homeless people? My first answer in my head was, they're just doing that well, I don't know. Don't bother them, they're doing okay. No, but I know it's ignorant, even a positive stereotype. It's not okay to assume a whole race of people is immune to homelessness, I know. No, I think more realistically it's a community thing. I think that if an Asian person becomes homeless, the Asian community finds out, and they come together, and they pool the resources, and then they kill them. And that's where they go. I'd be in med school too if I thought missing a rent check means waking up in the East River with cement shoes, okay? One other thing, I guess speaking of Asia, I don't know, this is sort of in the news. I read this last week. The richest businessman in Hong Kong just retired. His name, and I fucking look it up when you go take a piss, his name is Li Ka-shing. Ka-shing is the richest man's name in Hong Kong. That's a little too on the nose, I think, right? Like, that's like finding out Osama bin Laden's real name is like Kareem Abdul Kaboom. Jesus Christ. Alright, you guys are great. I have a great rest of the show. My name's Nick Jenkins. Enjoy the rest of the night.